Aha. How about now? Yeah, now you can hear me. There we go. Okay. There we go. That should be better. Now you can hear me. Correct? Yes. Okay, awesome. There it is. I don't know why that happened. It could very well be that there was an update for my PC this weekend. And oftentimes when the updates happen, they change your audio settings. And so I just had to choose the correct audio device. And there we are. Hello, everybody. Always grinding. Thank you for being here. And thank you for that tip. Shauna Cherie. Hello. V Banks. Hello. Rivati. Hello. If you're still here. Hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome to Sunday Funday. So I don't have much of an agenda other than to just like come here and play games with you guys and hang out, and we can talk about a bunch of things. Hey, Lexi. Oh, my new look. Oh, thank you. I mean, I showered this morning. But anyway, so my intention was to come back live after the sip on Friday to do some gaming with you guys and just to hang out. And I wanted to play a new game called Tower of Fantasy, which is a really fun game. But I could not get it to show up for some reason. 11:11. For some reason, I couldn't, like, it wasn't capturing my OBS wasn't capturing the game. It was weird. So unfortunately, I did not come back live. I figured just, you know what, let's just relax and play and have a good time. So then here we are today. Oh, well, hey, Diamond Frost over here on Twitch. Welcome in. It's good to see ya. I like your name here too, by the way. Anyway, so that didn't happen on Friday, unfortunately. But it can possibly happen today, and if that one game doesn't work, we can play other games. But I really just wanted to come on and have fun with you guys and just kind of hang out and chat and talk about things, maybe watch some videos. This session specifically, this Sunday Funday type thing might actually turn into another situation, a type of situation in which we could, like, say, if we wanted to read a book together, we could do that at this time. And whatnot, whatever. So I kind of feel the potential there. but I'm not trying to hold any sort of real stipulations on anything or really trying to define anything. I just want us to have some time to have fun and hang out here and not necessarily do anything too serious. Just do whatever, and hang out and just talk. If you guys want readings, I can do personal readings. However, I am going to ask for a donation at this time. On Fridays during our Friday hangout sesh, I can do them for free. But if we want to do them today, I will ask that you make just a little bit of a donation. $5 is not is good enough. Or whatever you can give, but it's not really my intention to sit here and do a bunch of readings for people unless you guys really, really, truly want it. Otherwise, I just wanted to take some time to hang out with the collective and just hang and be and talk about all kinds of things. I will say that the energy this weekend has been really intense, like super, super intense. Yesterday specifically was a big day of unloading spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Yesterday was a day in which I personally really just needed to not do anything, just relax. I ended up just laying in bed most of the day, and like resting and sleeping and just watching videos and allowing my body to go through what it was going through. Yesterday I was feeling certain, some flu-like symptoms, that kind of started on Friday night and passed over into Saturday. As I was going to bed on Friday night, I started to feel that telltale sign of like, when your nose starts to feel like you start to feel that post-nasal drip and like your throat starts to get sore and you're like, and you kind of feel the aches coming on. It's like, oh shit, something's coming, I'm getting sick. So yesterday the bulk of that happened. I did double up on my black seed oil intake. I take black seed oil regularly to help boost my immune system. If you guys are not familiar with it, I highly recommend that you check it out. It is available on Amazon, if you want to do it that way. But of course, it can also be found in most health food stores. But I feel like the online is the easiest and best place to get it. It has something called thymoquinine in it that really helps to boost your immune system. So I took some extra of that and it did kind of help, but I ran into yesterday, just as I was floating through time and space and allowing my body to do what it needed to do, the integration process I'm hearing. I did come across a post from a channeler that mentioned how, the second week of August is us really experiencing a high level of energetic integration, high vibrational energies that are coming in and helping us integrate and heal. And that can produce flu-like symptoms. And that's exactly what I was experiencing at that time. Black seed oil gummies. Ooh, I've never seen that one. I take gel capsules, but black seed oil gummies sound good. Hey, Barbie. I do definitely feel like there's a level of integration process that we're going through here. Lots of big upgrades. And so that was a thing. I wonder how many of you guys experienced that as well. But really, I just want to hang out and talk and play games and have fun. So also what I wanted to say is, lately I've been watching, like this weekend specifically, I've been watching a lot about near-death experiences, watching a lot of videos surrounding that and really kind of seeking guidance from that aspect, from that point of view. And it's been super helpful. It's really actually helped to calm me, helped to soothe me, hearing about people's experiences in life and being really troubled in life and having a lot of troubles and a lot of difficulties and blah, 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 and all that. And then, but also hearing about, what they experienced in these near-death experiences of like going back home to the spiritual side of things and communicating with Jesus and communicating with, a council of elders that has helped them, these individuals, to plan out their lives and everything. And then coming back with specific insights and all that kind of stuff has really been helping calm me down, has helped soothe me. Specifically though, I have one thing that really helped me the most was hearing about the planning process of our lives, you know, because we do plan these lives. We do sit, so to speak, up in the spiritual before we incarnate in these physical lives, and really we are consciously aware of what it is we're diving into. None of it is a secret. It becomes a secret once we actually cross from the spiritual into physical and cross what is known as the veil of secrecy, we could say, that intentionally blocks us off or cuts off our indication or our knowledge of who we are and what we were, who we are outside of this physicality, and what it is we actually intended to experience in these lifetimes. But we cross that veil of forgetfulness, we could call it, in order to really help us really be immersed in the situation. Because having the previous knowledge before would kind of be cheating. You know, we're meant to be here to experience these things, and there really is no real way of getting it right, or we can't really fail. The only real failure is a sense of disappointment in terms of kind of missing out on an opportunity to really heal, to grow, to experience, and to learn from that. There's no real way to fail unless you know, go through a life where you just completely disregard any of what you're feeling and don't really take the opportunity to learn, grow, and expand. But crossing that veil of forgetfulness is important because it really helps us immerse ourselves in this experience, in this existence. So that really has been watching that stuff and listening to that lately or today has really been very helpful for me, because for me specifically, it's been this recurring theme from childhood. And my question is, like, what is the point of all of this? I find myself asking, what am I really meant to be learning here? Like, how can I do this effectively? What can I gain from this? And yesterday was a really hard day. It was a very hard day. There was a lot of emotions that were coming up to the surface. I started my day in a low vibrational state, and that was apparent to me as I was waking up yesterday, because the first thing I heard as I was becoming conscious back in my physical body, the first thing I heard was, "I'm sorry, Eric, and we will be together again soon." And that has actually also been a very recurring message for me, of hearing this being or this voice or something say apologize, constantly apologizing. And so once I woke up and I was aware of that message, I was kind of like, oh, well, I guess today's going to be a shit day. And it really turned into an extremely emotional day yesterday. And the only thing I can really say about that, for those really emotional times, is to really just sit with it and be there and allow the experience to flow. Work on consciously reminding yourself that you are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are aware of them, but you are not them. They are very real in terms that they are moving through you, and they're meant to be observed and experienced because it is a part of the process. It's a part of the experience itself. But you have to remember that you are not your thoughts and emotions. You are not, well, you are more than just the physical representation of yourself and all that your physical life has come to represent at any given moment. You are not that. You are more than that. You are much more than that. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience, a very real and important physical experience, because not only do you have the chance to be of service and to help others, but you also have the chance to expand and grow in your sense of awareness of self, in your spiritual being, right? So even in those extremely emotionally strong moments like yesterday was, I guess for many of us, because SM, you're confirming you had a very emotional day as well yesterday. The real point, or the best thing to do, is just to sit with it, just to go through it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to push it away. Just feel through it. Yeah? Move through it, flow through it. And I want to even say, And this might seem contrary to or counterintuitive, but you don't even really have to put any real strong definitions on anything. It doesn't have to be defined. You just need to get through it. You just need to be aware of it, feel through it. And then as you're feeling through it, you can ask yourself questions like, okay, well, what is my relationship to this? Or what am I experiencing here? Yes, but you don't, but I want to caution people against trying too hard to put any real definition on anything, because ultimately you're going to understand it at some point, and you're most likely going to understand it better when you're no longer physically oriented. Once this physical life has reached its expiration point, and then you are able to fully go back home or go back to where we come from, which is spirit. But in the moment, in the time, don't put so much pressure on yourself to really understand or define. Just feel it. Just experience it. Just get through it. That's what's most important in the moment. Always Grinding is saying that you also had to sit with your emotions yesterday. Yeah, the kids are being, you and your kids are being evicted because the owner of this house doesn't want to invest in the roof repair. Oh my goodness. And you're at a huge loss as what to do. So you just sat. Yes. Well, my thoughts and prayers and well wishes go out to you and your children during this time. But yeah, that's really the best thing for you to do. You know, I mean, that is outside of your control. And I'm pretty sure you're not necessarily in a position to fund or afford that roof repair yourself. So really, that's out of your control. And so the best thing for you to do, or for any of us to do in those really extreme moments, is just to surrender. I'm hearing give in. But give in is really just a metaphor or another way of saying just surrender and allow yourself to sit with it and allow yourself to feel through it. Allow the emotions to flow through you. Because I promise you, you're not going to find the answers that you may desire or you may feel that you need in that moment of extreme emotionality. You're not going to be able to do that during that time. And just like yesterday, I mean, I had all kinds of things, emotions that were flowing up from me and that were coming up to the surface, and of course my ego was like, all right, fine. So what do we do about this? How do I do this? How do I handle this? How do I fix this? Blah, 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 blah. But it really wasn't even about that. That moment was not for me to find the definitions or find the answers for. It was for me to experience and feel and be aware of what was coming up and just allow it to flow through me. And then I woke up this morning feeling inspired. You know, I did a reading for Patreon. I released the reading from Patreon last week to the greater, YouTube collective here. And I felt like I wanted to go live, not for any real reason other than just to hang out and be here and talk. And I felt that inspiration, but I only felt that inspiration after I had allowed myself to go through the the emotional turmoil that was coming up. Okay. So if you're still experiencing this, allow yourself to just move through it. That's exactly the conclusion you came to yesterday. The answers will come, but not right now, which is frustrating to the ego. Yes, you're absolutely right, but you have no choice but to wait. See, that's the thing. I kind of want to say, like, yes, I understand why we say it this way. I have no choice, but you do have a choice. You have a choice of either sitting there and flowing through it like you did, or you could choose to resist against it. You could choose to try and force yourself to find an answer, but that doesn't mean you're going to find an answer. Even if you do find an answer, that doesn't mean it's going to be the best answer. It most likely isn't going to be the best answer because you're in an emotionally charged state. So I agree with you. I agree with your statement there that we don't have a choice, but we kind of do, but ultimately we don't. It's weird. It's so weird. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Today feels a lot better than it did yesterday. Let's see. I did show the chart earlier, just in the beginning of the live stream. It wasn't really I'm not really intending to do too much astrology talk, but we can talk about this. We have the chart in front of us right now. Yes, and we do have the moon that's in Pisces at the moment. The moon moved into Pisces around 1 a.m., about 12 hours ago. And it was at the very end of Aquarius as it was transitioning from Aquarius into Pisces. And it may have been the conjunction that the moon was making, or the approach that the moon was making to Neptune, that may have really accentuated our fears at that time. And now that the moon has moved past Neptune, continuing into Pisces, it does feel like a lot of those fears have subsided. That makes a good amount of sense. It does make a good amount of sense. Yeah. So here we are, kids. It's another day, and it's Sunday Funday, and we should really I really feel like we should just focus on enjoyment. What do you guys think? I think we should focus on enjoyment. How are you guys feeling? What are you guys feeling like doing? This doesn't have to be a super long session, but I just wanted to come through at least and connect with you guys today. And then, of course, we'll get into the real nitty gritty of the readings and the astrology tomorrow for the SIP and the rest of the week. But yeah, definitely, how are you guys feeling? I'm definitely interested in hearing about that. But I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I'm glad that you're here with me, and I'm glad that we're here for yet another day. And it really can be a good day if we allow it to. If we allow it, you know what I mean? It really can be a good day. I feel like it is a much better day today than than it was yesterday. But I don't really think, I'm not even really going to say that the energies are all that different. It's just our orientation within these energies is what I really feel like is different today. Yeah. How we're feeling about it is very different today, which is good. Which is very good. So, yeah. Ooh, hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I need to turn on a fan because it is fucking hot in here. Okay. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back in. You guys are unfortunately, you're gonna hear a fan in the background. But I'm in Puerto Rico and it's hot. So there you go. But anyway, hi guys. I really feel like I want to play Factorio. I also want to redo my nails. I may do that later on in the stream today. But I haven't. For those of you that were here the last time that I played Factorio on live here, I was working on battling biters, and I have purposefully not gotten back into that game because I wanted to save it for us. But I don't know. That's what I feel like I want to do right now. But we could do that if you guys want to hang out for a little bit. We can play Factorio and we could talk and chat. But I have an idea of wanting to use Sunday Funday as a time for us to maybe do some studying or watch some videos that are of interest to us, you know, and all that kind of stuff. This is one of those moments. And actually, one of my thoughts was, if you guys are interested in it, we don't have to do it right now. It may take a little bit more planning. But I really want to get back into reading The Law of One. Hi, Iggy. I really want to get back into reading The Law of One. And I purchased that book on Amazon like a year ago, almost over a year ago. And for some reason, I can't access it on but I really feel like it's like in my mind, I'm kind of calling it a bit of Bible study. And I've even been wanting to read the Bible, not from a religious place, because even though, hold on. I don't know what's happening on Twitch. Okay. Even though I grew up, I was born into a Christian Catholic family. We didn't actually, we were, what is it? E and C Christians. We only went to church on Easter and Christmas. But my parents did it, from what I understand, my parents did it just to expose us to it. I did end up going to, both me and my sister, ended up going to Catholic school for about a year. My sister actually went to an all-girls school later on in high school. But we never really followed religion that strongly. And I have always felt a connection with Jesus, but I just was never really into just religion in that sense, mainly because, as a study thing. And mainly it's because, like, I don't know if you know this about me, but if you're new here, maybe you don't know. And I guess it would be polite not to assume, but you can go ahead and assume all you want, because yes, I'm gay. And so being gay in religion is often looked down upon. So that for me was the first downfall. And I've always known, ever since I was conscious enough to be aware of myself and my feelings and my preferences, which was fairly young, around 4 or 5 years old. I've always known, and I've been romantically and sexually attracted to men versus like women, or like always been my sisters, like my kindred spirits. And I always had a really difficult time with men. But I say all that to say, it's almost like a Bible study. We could read the Bible if you want. Excellent, Iggy. Welcome. Yes. We could read the Bible if you want, if there are certain things that we want, just for study purposes. And there's many beautiful teachings in the Bible. You know what I mean? You don't really have to really subscribe to religion itself to really resonate with the teaching. So we could read that. But I was saying all that to say, I want to read the Law of One again. So if you guys are really interested, let me know, and I can figure out how we can do that effectively. Again, it's going to take a little more planning, because either maybe we can find some YouTube videos in which it's being read to us, preferably not by an AI voice, because I can't listen to that. Or I could do it. I could just sit here and I could read it to you guys, and we could all read it together. That sounds something that was really on the forefront of my mind this morning. Again, we don't have to do that right now. We can do that in the future. But that's kind of how I see this time period, or what this Sunday Funday session could be. So anyway, the Law of One is actually a really, you know what? Do I have? Yes, I do. I have the Kindle app here on my PC. Let's see if I can pull it up. There we are. There we are. The Raw Contact, Teaching the Law of One. I have volumes 1 and 2. It's downloading. I don't want to make flashcards. Okay, see, look, there we go. For some reason, I don't know why it wasn't showing up on my iPad, but now it's showing up here. So we could definitely do this. I could read the narration. But I also feel like I want to prepare a little bit more for that. So either I could read it to us, or we could find a video where we can sit and watch and listen to it together and talk about it. But that's something that I really find interesting. I really think the Law of One is really a very interesting narration. It is in a genre of books that have really helped me a lot. You guys, I'm sure you've heard me talk about this in the past, and if you're new to me, then this is the first time you're hearing me say this. But one of the biggest influential books or teachings or just pieces of literature that really helped me were the Seth books. Let's see. I should still have those here in my library. Where are they? There we go. Seth Speaks, The Eternal Validity of the Soul, and then The Nature of Personal Reality. Seth is just like Ra, the collective being that narrated the Law of One to us. Also, why am I shuffling cards? That's interesting. Must be a habit. But also like like Abraham, who was channeled by Esther Hicks. It's a very similar thing. It's a collective consciousness that is here communicating with us to help us learn and understand the nature of our reality. And a woman by the name of Jane Roberts channeled this collective consciousness of Seth that gave us the nature of personal reality and Seth Speaks. And those were really, really beneficial and influential pieces of literature that really helped me in the like right before I reached what I call the twin flame activation point, or just the real spiritual activation, is when I literally had a vision of me being on fire and wanting to help heal. I guess you could call that stepping into mission. The law of one is very similar to this in that it is a collective consciousness that is coming forward and bringing certain concepts to help us in our evolution. And so it's been really beneficial for me, and I really want to bring that to you guys as well, if you're unfamiliar with it, because it's been so beneficial. But really, see, I don't even know why I have these cards here right now, because really all I want to do is play. I really just want to play Factorio right now. So let's do that. Let's play a little Factorio, and let's do that for a few minutes. And just hang out, you know, and just be. And if something comes up for us to talk about, we can do that. But y'all are pretty quiet right now, so that's okay. Instead of just keeping up dead space, you'd be cool with a Bible reading. Okay, there are some interesting spiritual concepts therein that can be discussed from different angles without organized religion coming up. I completely agree with that. I feel at first, though, I feel like it would be best to do some research, or at least to have an intention to go into, instead of just arbitrarily diving in. But if you guys have some concepts already, or some things that you would like to look into already, I would definitely be willing to explore that. So I'd be willing to explore that as well. Hey, Gabs. I could review a video about the book. There are many videos about the Law of One that are out there. Or unable to sync. Why were you unable to sync? So synchronize. Retry. I actually don't think I need this sync. Oh, nope, there, it took. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Oh, no worries. Or maybe you could read. I got you. Yeah. We could do that. I mean, we could start there. Actually, why don't we just start there now? Why do I keep hearing myself say, I feel like I want to do more research on it first? Have a concept to bring in before, because it's just like arbitrary. I don't want to just go I don't want to be shooting in the dark. But a big draw for me lately has been this near-death experience thing, and because part of me in all of this difficulty, I will be transparent and I will admit I really struggled with a lot of the challenges that I face in my life, and not to say that my challenges or struggles are any different from anyone else. We all have our struggles, but for me, it's almost like I've been at war with spirit, because I find myself constantly, at least recently, asking, why? Why is all of this necessary? Like, why is all of this pain, all of this suffering, all of these roadblocks and these setbacks, why is all of this necessary? And I have actually been very much in an energy of knowing, consciously aware that this is a challenge and this is an opportunity to heal and grow, and being very consciously aware of not wanting to fuck it up, but at the same time feeling completely powerless to a lot of the obstacles that I seem to be facing. I mean, like for me personally lately, it's been like I'm trying all these things and I think I'm following the guidance that I'm getting, but then something comes in to sabotage the situation and I don't understand why. And a lot of times I feel like I just want to give up on, and I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with you. There was a moment this weekend where, and this is not the first time that I remember feeling this way, but I feel like I just wanted to be reset. I just wanted to be, not that I'm feeling suicidal per se, but I just want the pain and the suffer and the struggling to end. And part of me, it goes so deep to where on a spiritual level even, it's not just about not physically being oriented. It's about not even existing. Like literally wanting to be energetically or spiritually just eradicated. You know, just reset me. How about that? How about you just reset me altogether and I just won't exist and I won't be such a disappointment and I won't be such a failure and this, that, like it gets that deep. Yesterday was a really hard day. You know what I'm saying? So like, so these videos and these narratives of like, people experiencing these having these near-death experiences and being able to come back with a brand new, a new insight, a new level of thinking has been really, really helpful. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Excellent, Gabs. I was actually going to ask you about that. I was going to ask how your trip was, but it was the reset you needed. That's excellent. It was healing and opening. I love that for you. I really, truly love that. That is excellent. Yeah. So I guess that's my new project. This week, I guess what I need to do is start to do some research and spend some time figuring out what topics we can start with to start investigating and talking about. I also feel like this week I want to do some mid-month check-ins for the elements, earth signs, water signs, fire signs, air signs, in a similar format to the reading that I put out this morning, which is something that I channeled. It was kind of an experiment. It was my first test with the new decks that we received from Stella, the Oracle decks. I think I really want to this week. I want to do some mid-month check-ins for the zodiac, for the elements using that spread. So if you're unfamiliar with that, check the video that I posted this morning here on YouTube. Which yeah, I love these decks. They're amazing. But the video that I posted for here on YouTube, or at least I released publicly on YouTube, titled what is the title here? Oh, poop. Hold on. What's the title? It's the New Judgment Call. That's it, right? Yeah, the New Judgment Call. It's going to be in that format. So I want to do that this week. But I also kind of feel like let me do some research for our next Sunday Funday session so we can have some chats, because I really want to expand. I feel okay, so I channeled a message for Patreon today, which I don't think I'm going to release for the greater collective. We got to keep some things separate, which pains me as a spirit, but as a physical entity, I understand the need for that. Okay. If you guys want to join us on Patreon, I highly recommend you do that. I will say that lately Patreon, hasn't been much extra coming through on Patreon. It's lately like the last 2 months. But I have really been struggling personally, and doing the best that I can. And also these daily live streams take a lot out of me, and kind of convey a lot of the messages. But that is bound to change eventually. But if you do want to join the Patreon collective, I highly recommend it. You know, it's a great way to support me here on the channel, to keep the channel going. And also, it's a great way to get some extra content and connect with the community. The link can be found in the description box below skis. Yeah? So that's the deal. That's the dealio, yo. Oh, okay. So anyway, let's play some Factorio. Yay! All right, cool. Hold on. Let me update some things here. Okay, so last time on Factorio, when we were playing Factorio, if any of you guys are interested in it, ultimately there isn't really a way to screw anything up. Yes, your mind was putting you through the ringer. Yeah, you're a soul, energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. No matter what happens, you are okay. Yes, Tania Kajuria. Hello, welcome in, Tania. I'm not really answering personal readings today, but I definitely, well, actually, I can do that. I was saying that I can do that today, but unless I'm not really taking readings today, unfortunately. That's not what this session is meant for. But if you want to come back, I would say on a Friday, during our Friday hangout sesh, we could talk about that then. I do take free readings during that session. Or, you know, you can order a personal reading with me. We're going to play some Factorio for a little bit, for a hot second. I've been wanting to get back into this session. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see too much of the chat, but is it working? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Uh-oh, it may not work. We have to let it load. I've been wanting to get back into this game, and I have specifically not been doing that because I wanted to save this for our sessions here. I love this game so much. It's so much fun. You guys, I'm not taking personal readings today. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for being here, but I'm not taking personals today. The Wolf Among Us and The Sims. I love The Sims. I actually have. Ooh, you know what? We could see. Why is this not working? Hold on. We could play The Sims. There we go. We could play The Sims. I have a family that a family that I'm kind of starting. I don't know The Wolf Among Us though. You have a whole family? Well, see, that's the thing. I'm kind of trying to develop a whole family. So it's a male sim, and he is an actor. He's gotten into the acting scene, and he's now working on building his fame. But then my goal ultimately was to create a family around him. Oh, Gabby, did you take that photo yourself? That's beautiful. But I want to develop a family with him, but I want him to meet someone, you know, naturally, and then they have a family, they develop a family, and then take the kids, and the kids are, you know, expand and grow and everything like that. I'm thinking of even investing in the high school expansion pack, which is the latest expansion pack for The Sims. Just to take that child, the kids aspect even further and do more with them. But we could play that later too. I could introduce you to him. You need to get back to work. Okay. Well, Hope, it was good to see you. Hope Allison. Yes. Yes, please check us out. I'll be live tomorrow for the SIP, which is our daily live stream of true sidereal astrology and collective energies around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely try and come back then. You have to solve crime, but the character are fairy tale characters. Really? Is that on Steam? Let me look. Wait. Is that the game Among Us? I thought it was just Among Us, but is it the full title The Wolf Among Us? Because I've heard of Among Us. No, that's different. We have The Wolf Among Us. Okay, it's a little different. Yeah. Interesting. But there's another game in which you have to find the murderer or something. Like very whodunit, very like Clue. That's really cool. That's the game. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, there's another streamer that I watch that plays that game. He goes by the name of Loco. But he's mostly a what is it? He plays mostly StarCraft. Ooh, you know what? I should turn the music off. Since we're okay, so we're gonna get into this. I want to show you guys this. Now, I haven't touched this since the last time I played this with the collective here, which was like maybe 3 weeks ago now. But we're going to get into some biter extermination. Yeah. All right. So here we are, guys. Actually, you know what I need to do? Let me see if I can do this. Is it graphics? There we go. Okay, now that's better. So now I can watch the chat at the same time because it's not taking up my whole screen, but it's your screen. You can see it. Excellent. Okay. I'm really excited to get back into this. But I do need to make this a bit smaller. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to... Okay. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we're back in. Oh, that's okay, Iggy. Don't worry about that. All right, we're back in, kids. So here. So we're just fighting biters. And as you can see, the biters are here. There's this red patch here. There's more red here. Okay, that's that. All this orange stuff that just showed up on the map here, that's our pollution. And it's this pollution as we're mining and creating and all that kind of stuff. It's this pollution that spreads and ultimately gets the biters' attention, and that's what gets them to start attacking us. So just for fun, we're just gonna fight the biters, which is really counterintuitive, you know, especially in this day and age. We're very much, We're very much destroying the planet. And really, even though these things are scary, you know, they're really gross and scary. They look like bugs, and they attack you. They're really only attacking you because you're destroying the planet that you just landed on. I mean, that can't put human life into integrative perspective. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Anyway, let's get back into this. What was my thing here? Where was I? What were we doing? Now we're doing research. Yes. Okay. What I need to continue doing, I got to start researching military science because that's going to give us a lot of the new stuff that we need. Oh, okay. What I really need to be focusing on doing is automating things, and this is going to take a long time. So I've got to start building some apparati in order to start manufacturing, and I was going to do that down here in this area here. Okay. So what do I need? I need inserters. I need belts. All right. So here we go. Let's make some inserters. Those are being made here. We need gears though. We're not getting the gears because the gears are here, and this doesn't have any more. Right. So let's just do that. Provide some metal to that, which is going to create the gears. The gears are going to come out here, and they're going to be used for these inserters, which we need a lot of. And there's only 44 there, so okay. Okay. I can't hear the music. Oh, because it's turned completely off. Actually, okay. So then let me start this music back up then. Let's keep that vibe going. Yeah, that works. Okay, great. All right, kids, let's do this. So I need to collect stuff here. Oh, that's not done. Okay. And I need to start to build a smelting array. Bop, bop, ba-dop, ba-dop, bop, bop. Clear this space. Okay, so we're gonna start down here. Let me move south a little bit more. That's probably... This is good right here. Okay, let's just start here. So, one... Okay, let me go get those inserters. I have enough of those. I need those and those. Yes. All right. I'll get the inserters in a second. Yep. Oops, wrong. Yes. And then the input comes from there. Yes. Okay. Oh. Can't reach. Okay. Doo. StarCraft! Oh my god, Iggy, do you know StarCraft? I love StarCraft. Absolutely adore StarCraft. I've been playing StarCraft since I was a child. Literally since I was in high school. And I am now 35. I freaking love StarCraft. It is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And I can't, and you know what? The worst part about it, you guys, is the fact that I play it all the time. Like, well, not all the time. I haven't been playing it much lately. But, like, my skill really hasn't improved all that much. It's terrible. Oh, this needs more copper. Shoot. Yeah. Okay, wait, hold on. What? What? It doesn't have enough? Yes, it needs one more. Okay, I gotta go get some copper. Oh, it doesn't have any. Okay. These are done. Skidoo boo doo boo 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 boo. We're providing this with copper. Yes. That works. We can also put that there. Ooh, research done. Yay! Okay, so we've got the green ones going. Well, no, actually, we already researched green science. We need to start producing green science, but I also really need to start automating our... I would rather get the science facility automated first before I start doing green science research. It would just be much easier. But that's okay. Oh, I was supposed to grab things. This is the part that sucks early on in the game, going back and forth, especially if you're trying to build something and you're centralized. Like here, I'm centralized with all of this stuff that's being produced, and I have to go back and forth. That's one of the main difficulties in the early game, because you kind of... And if you forget something, you have to go... It just sucks, because you have to go all the way back. Oh, actually, this does need to be adjusted. Nope, that's not going to work either. Oh, no. Well, okay. I'm not going to be able to chat much because I would rather this be full screen. Yeah, see, it doesn't work that way. But then if I put this back in full screen... I need a second monitor, you guys. Life goals. Right? What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, see, but it doesn't, that's weird. That's really weird. Hold on a second. Where, how do I? Just a moment, you guys. Okay. Yeah, that works. That's so weird. Okay. Well, there we go. Boop. It's just that. Oh, see, but. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this because this is gonna bother me and I wanna make sure you guys can see this properly. So give me just a moment. There we go. Okay, all better. All right, let's dive back in. What am I doing here? I am providing this with power. Great. I did grab that, and I've got the... Okay, so we're going to start with iron. This is going to be our iron smelting line. Then we've got to do one for... for copper. I mean, this is so involved. This stuff takes so much time. It's crazy. I may not even want to stick with this. I may switch over to a different game. Just because of how time consuming this... Did I do this correctly? Yes. It's because of how time consuming all this is. Oops. Okay, power lines. Oop, can't reach. Yep. Excellent. Now we're going to have to get coal down there. We're also going to have to get coal down here to power all this. We're also going to need to have the ore coming down, which also means that I need to build... I need more mining drills. Let's take those so that I can continue. Which means I need... What? This needs more iron. What does this need? This needs chips. This needs copper. Cables. And I need to get more copper for that. Did it just start to rain? Or is that just the wind? That might just be the wind. This is Dunskies. Dunskies! Okay. That can be removed. Those are still working. We've got biters up here, you guys. We should go check those out soon. I do need to make sure that these mining drills are being made. Boop, boop. Okay. I have some. I have 33 right now. Oh, I also need more belts. How are we doing on our belt production? Okay, that's working. I don't want that to happen just yet. I just want the belts. No, 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 no. I don't want that happening either. I just want the belts. But actually, I think I put this in the wrong... I did. Hold on. There's another one. Yep, this one is creating belts that I'm using for... Yes. Okay, that works. I'm going to have to keep periodically checking back. African Oneness. Hello, darling. Just passing through. Well, that's all right. We're just kind of hanging out today. Nothing too serious. I didn't want to really make this too serious. I just want to play. Okay, so actually we can talk about this. Let's talk about this as we're playing our game here. Oh, that research is done. Okay, see, I'm done with all of my red research. Now I'm into red and green research. I really want to start automating things. Let's just build this array. Let's focus on building this array. But part of why I'm specifically allowing myself to follow my intuition, my intuitive guidance, and say, let's just play some games today or right now, is because this is part of what's kind of triggering for me. Because I feel like, or many of us have grown up in environments in which we were taught that things like this are not, like, this is not a real career, or this is a waste of time potentially. And part of my question, what I've been struggling so much with is like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to feel like I'm not doing the right thing, but I keep running into all these roadblocks that keep having me just stop doing that. And instead it's redirecting me towards what I really feel like I want to do, which is playing games and having fun and allowing myself to process what it is that I process and not forcing myself to do something. So this right here is really a form of therapy for me, but also it's a form of me reinforcing within myself what it is I find myself learning about. And that's how to be myself and appreciate myself for who I am. These are things that I love to do. So why does it make it any less relevant? Why should I feel like I can't share these things? Why I can't do these things? We work all week. We do all the real work all week. Why can't we just have a moment where we're sitting here and having fun? So that's part of the reason why I'm wanting to do this too, you know, just cause. And that's also very much a part of the whole like experience that we had with Saturn recently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With this recent full moon. In terms of true sidereal astrology, we had a full moon in Capricorn. In tropical astrology, the full moon was in Aquarius. But either way, this full moon coincided with a conjunction between the moon and Saturn, who is retrograde right now. And a lot of us have come up face to face with a lot of the conditioning that society may have placed upon us. And this is one of those things. This is one of those aspects where it's like, well, that's not a real career. That's a waste of time. You're not doing anything. You're not providing anything to the collective, you blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, wait a second. We're having fun, right? We're enjoying what we're doing, right? So why is that a problem? Why is that wrong or bad? So that's another big reason as to why I want to do this right here, right now. And actually, I should do this way. Oops. Okay. This one. Hold on. Save the blueprint. Yeah, let's do that. And then this can be that. Beautiful. All right, so this is our mining. What is that? That's 5. We could do another thing right here. Bam. So this is going to be mining our raw materials. In this case, this is iron. Okay, and now I just got to connect this to power. Boop. All right. Have I done this correctly? Oh, yes, because because our coal is going to come in on the from a different place. So we can connect our iron here. Oh, that doesn't have power. Okay, well, I'll get it power in a second. And maybe I can change this later. Let me do that for now. Okay, and that's gonna flow into there. Coal is gonna come down in some area. Copper is gonna come down as well. I should probably set up 2 iron. Nah, I'm getting too complicated at the moment. Okay, that's powered. Excellent. Copper. Claudia! I was hoping you would make it in today. We're hanging out. We're just having a good time today. We're hanging out. Playing a game. This is Factorio, but we're really just having a fun day. That's really all it is to it. Nothing too serious, nothing too crazy. We're just having a fun day. And doing some fun things, yeah? Where am I going? Where else am I going with this here? Coal has got to come down as well. I may leave this just to power our power. And have another line coming from there. Okay, but let's get copper going. Okay, that just needs to be connected to power. And I've got to get that smelter online. Build that. So let's take this. Yeah, copy that here. And since copper's coming from here, it'll be easier just to leave it like that. And coal is going to have to get run. Oh, shoot. You know what? Nope, wrong. Yes. I don't think I did this right. Oh, well, okay. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. See, I already screwed up. This is wrong. This has to be bigger. Because, as you will see, our coal is going to come in from the side. Say right here. Okay? It's going to run up. Oh, I could do it that way. And, well, I could also do it like this. And then from here, it goes into this apparatus where we have the ore coming in from the top, from the north, the coal coming in from kind of like the south. Okay. We could also bring this up here like that. And then it goes out. It goes through this splitter here, and half of it goes up into there, and the rest continues. Boop, just like that. So now I can take this, copy it, Yeah. Like so. Like so. Sweet. Okay. So now this is this is iron. This is gonna be copper. This might be a little sloppier than I would like, but you know what? It's fine. We're just having fun here. Oh, wrong. Yield. Yield. That's right. So now we can get our coal. I think I'm gonna start a new coal operation, and just take allow this to keep going to our power, because that's powering our steam electric system. But then then the coal is gonna come in from this side, on the right here. There is gonna run through here, and it's gonna get split. You'll see how it works. But for now, let's get this running down here, skis. Boop. Okay. And now this one. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that. How many of these do I have? Do I have enough? Probably. Oh, no! Oh, no. I screwed up my blueprint. There we go. Ay, ay, ay! I don't have enough. Okay, I gotta go get more. Got to go get more. How many do we have? Only 2? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Why? Oh, because it's a... What? Oh, right. The iron goes here. Silly me. Silly me. Okay, well, let me... Then let's even this out a little bit. Instead of having all of them on one side, let's take... What do we have here? We have like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Let me take 3 of them. Yeah, that works. All right. It's connected to power, but I gotta... What did I do here? Ah, I see. Okay. Now... All right. And now this is going to go all the way across. This is not the cleanest, most efficient, but you know what? It'll work. Bam. All right. So we've got coal is being fed. Now that's a good thing, because then that'll allow it to have some time to fill up while we're doing the rest of our stuff here. Yes, now I need the inserters. Do I have enough inserters? Let's go with what we have so far. Oh. I don't have enough. That's okay. I'll go get more. All right. What's with the power, though? I don't understand. Why isn't the power working? It should be connected. To there, to there, to there. No power. Why is there... Oh, because it's not correct connected to the greater grid, Eric. Silly guy. There we go. And now those are working. So now those are taking in... That's taking in the coal and the iron ore. You see how it's split on the... Oh, this is too long. On the belt here. And then it's producing our... Bam-ba-bam, bam. Okay. Great. I love this. You don't understand, Claudia. I love this game so much. I absolutely adore this game so much. But I almost feel like, I even kind of feel like I want to play The Sims too. Maybe we should do that. I have to pee. But I also need to refresh my things. We got to refresh some things. Those are not working anymore. Aha. Okay. All right. That's good to know. I need to get power to here so that we can start getting copper. There we go. All right, that's working. That's working. What do we got in here? Good. We've got 22 of them now. That's excellent. And then excellent. All right. But I should set this up so it can continue doing things. This needs iron. Where's the... Oh, the iron comes from here also. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I'll come back. Okay, that one's done. Excellent. This side is not getting coal-wise. Oh, because it doesn't have the inserters. Right. Right. Oh, wait. We've got to check on this because now that this automation situation is happening, oh, you know what? I could have made that better. It's fine. Don't worry about it, Eric. But now that we have this going on here, that means that our pollution is going to expand. See? Okay, so we just got to watch for that because it's going to hit these biters and then we're going to be in trouble. I definitely could have made this cleaner. So instead of having this gap here between the two smelting arrays, the copper on the left and the iron on the right, instead of having this gap, I could have put this under belt here to come out on this side. And that's what I was kind of looking at as it was happening, but it didn't register in time. But that's okay. It's not that it's that big of a deal. Oops. What? No. Yes. Yes. Sweet. Okay, that's happening. Look at all that beautiful copper and iron we've got going. Excellent. This doesn't have power. Yay! That's a lot of doohickeys. It sure is. Pause, you guys. We're gonna pause for a second because I got to use. I've been drinking coffee all day, you guys. I'll be right back. Stay right there. Ooh. You know what? Let me do this just so people know. I shall return. Alrighty. Welcome back, guys. Okay, so we're back into this. Now, what we're doing right now is really just setting up the preliminaries. Like, this is literally just getting the basics down. We're not even going to be manufacturing any of our real materials yet to fight the biters. I mean, like, so maybe to make this more interesting, maybe I should play this outside of here and build all this stuff so that we can get into the real nitty gritty of it, which is fighting the biters. But also research. Shoot. I really need to get this going so that I can get on with our research, because now I can research engines and all that kind of stuff so that I can eventually make a car, which can make our travel a lot faster. What do I have to fight the biters with so far? I've got 192 rounds of ammo, probably some more over here. And I need the turrets as well, which is right here. How much ammo is in here? 480 rounds. Yes, please. I'll just take one of those. Drop them. Right there. Okay. And turrets. Do I have any in my possession at the currently in the moment? No skis. Okay. Turrets. Yeah, 29 should be enough. Okay, so I don't know if I showed you guys this method last time. I think I just used my gun, but I'm going to show you the technique of fighting the biters with turrets here. So let me do, what was this? 1 was the turrets, 2 was the ammo. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, I see. Yes. Oops. Oh, that's fine. This way. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, there's that. And then I need repair. I need repair packs. Repair packs. Repair packs. Boop. There. We've got our fish to heal in case we need it, and I have my armor. Okay, so let's go take out, I want to take out this biter nest over here, northwest of our camp, just to be safe. This one is actually, you see the one that's the northeast of our camp, slightly. That one is actually going to be much more, well, maybe not. There's all of this furry stuff here. These are trees, and the trees absorb a lot of the pollution. So that's going to be a natural barrier, but I'm actually going to have to keep an eye on that one. But this one over here is a big threat, because that's a big nest. That's a pretty big nest right there. So we're gonna go take that out if I can. There we go. And I'll show you my mad biter fighting skills. Oh, unfortunately, though, it's dark. Damn it. So it's going to be hard for you guys to... Ah! Here they come. Oh, shit. Woo! Yikes. That's scary. You know what? I should wait and do this when it's not dark. I don't like this whole darkness theme or thing that happens. But hey, it's the cycles of night and day, right? Let's continue building. Let me keep fleshing things out. Oh my god, these two are done already? Okay. That's cool. Whoops. And then once it's daylight, we can fight the biters more. Okay. So now, think about this, Eric. What do we need to do? We need to create gears, and we need chips. And I'm definitely going to need a second iron line. I remember that now, but that's okay. Oh. Oh man, you guys, I screwed this up royally already. I have a blueprint. I have a whole blueprint of this that I could have used, but I decided I was going to build this on the fly. So you know what? Let's continue building it on the fly then and face the challenges that come. What I need to do at this point is, oops. What I need to do is I need to start building some automation. We're going to start with gears. I don't know if that's correct. No, that's not right. Okay. Okay, gears are coming down there. And then we have chips. I didn't do this correctly. Again. We actually need to have... This needs to move. Oop, and we're going to put... We're going to put the gears on this side. Yes. And then that'll reach there. Yep. Okay. Bam. Gears and green chips are going to go on this side, on this belt here, and then this belt is going to continue to be the iron that's coming in. Let me do this. Yeah. Okay. And then on this side, we're going to have the chips are being made. But this, we need to take iron in from here and put out there. Okay. And then also, we're going to need to do this. Yeah. And these are... Yes, but then also, I think this is going to need to be... Ooh. Oh, nope, that works. Okay, let's just do it that way then. All right. I think I'm doing this correctly. Oops. But I feel like if I do 6 of these, that's going to be too much of a draw on the iron. Oops. But we'll figure it out eventually. No, those are already there. What I need to copy is this part. Yeah. Hold on a second. That's not correct. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Now, oh wait, hold on. That side's not done. Now this is all, I need these chips and gears to create other things that are going to be on the assembly line further south. You'll see. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so let's... Yes. So let's connect this and this. And as you can see, it'll start working as the raw materials get down there. And on one side of this line, we have gears. On the other side, we've got green chips. Woohoo! There we go. That is built. Wrong one. This doesn't have power. Why doesn't this? Because that was supposed to go up there. There we go. Wait, now that doesn't have power. And I just realized that I lost our daylight and we were supposed to go fight those biters, and what happened? I forgot, and now the sun's going down. Womp. Okay. That's fine. We'll get there eventually. I guess we might as well just focus on this for now. So from here, now what we're going to do is we're going to start building our... Well, really, actually, I should get started on our research. That's really what we need right now, research. It's priority number one, to be honest. I think research should probably... Let's take it over this way. Okay. Let's take it to this side. What do I need to do for that? First of all, I have three of the... I already have three of the laboratories. Let's make 6 of them. That gives me 9. 6. All right. Okay. No, wait a second. No. 3. Okay, so now I have a total of 6. Okay, that works. Oh my god, this is so confusing. This is way too involved. This is just way too involved for right now. Okay, that's fine. We played. Yay, that was fun. Woo! Okay. Let's shift gears here, yeah? So I lost plenty of people, but that's okay. I've still got 5 of you here. How are you guys feeling? Happy Sunday, Sunday Funday. Yay. We're just kind of hanging out, having a good time today. Not trying to stress, not trying to do anything too crazy. We're just kind of hanging out. Welcome in to those of you that are watching. See, this is the weird thing, because like I'm all here and I'm like, okay, well, I did that. Oh my God, it's almost been almost 2 hours now. Wow. Okay. Hi Keely, what's up? How you doing? Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. We're just kind of hanging out here. But I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah. I didn't really want to make this too crazy, but hey, just wanted to hang out and have a good time with you guys. We're gonna get into the real nitty gritty of stuff tomorrow, of course, during the sip and everything. But right now, we're just trying to hang out and have a good time. Earlier in today's session, I was talking about potentially using our Sunday Funday to do some research, and what was being attributed as like a form of Bible study, even though we're not necessarily just studying the Bible, but doing things like, you know, reading books and passages and watching videos and stuff that we find interesting to the collective. So I highly recommend that if there's anything you guys would want to bring to the situation, you know, any suggestions or whatever like that you run into throughout the week that you might want to bring to the collective, that we can watch together, that we can read together, that we can invest together, I highly recommend that you guys write that down, record that, keep that in a little bit of a log for yourself, and then bring it into the collective and bring it to our Sunday Funday, and we can all enjoy and talk about it and have fun with it. I do feel like I want to do that too. One of the main things that I wanted to potentially, what I was thinking like this morning, what I was thinking we could use these sessions for is to like say, read The Law of One. That's a really interesting book. It's a really interesting concept that I have been wanting to bring to the collective for a while. I bought a copy of the books like a year ago, and I started reading them and it was great, but then things shifted and I lost track of that. But this is a way that I feel like we could bring this into the collective. You're still waiting for the aha moment. Okay, karmic debts. You want to know about that. What do you mean about karmic debts? What do you want to know about that, Keely? Where's your interest there? We could definitely investigate that more in the future. You know, that's interesting because I've been thinking a lot about karmic debts, karma lately too, experiencing it really, wondering if when it's ever going to be repaid, or wondering how do I know when I've reached the end of that karmic cycle? Yeah. Phenomenal cosmic power. Ooh. Infinite cosmic power. Itty bitty living space. Oh, I love Robin Williams. He is one of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites. Like, is it the lifetime you figure, is this the lifetime you figure it out? That's a good question. I have been channeling. There's something that came through for the collective. Has been like a resonant energy for the last 2 to 3 months. I want to say is that yes, Aladdin was life. Is for the collective has been having overcome some sort of life mission, or like I guess what Spirit just said right now is maybe it's more of that we're directly in it now. or we're really learning this lesson now, or we're really facing this goal or this main thing that has been a main recurring theme in our lives, maybe over multitude of lifetimes, or maybe this has been what you're experiencing your lifetime at this moment has been or is a culmination of something you've been working on mastering as a soul throughout the course of various lifetimes. It feels like something is coming to a head here in this life. And that's a lot of the reason why many of us feel like we're going through such heavy karmic lessons or cycles, because we're really learning the lesson this time. I feel like we're really getting it at this time in our lives. But what I want to say about that in terms of your question, Keely, is like, is this the lifetime where you figure it out? I'm not so sure it's about figuring it out per se, because, and I'll say this, Keely, because I've kind of had the same questions too. Like, what am I supposed to be learning here? But it's less about what you're supposed to be learning and more about what you're really supposed to be enduring, is how I want to say it. What you're supposed to be experiencing that is ultimately in the culmination of this, like once this lifetime ends and we go back to our lives in spirit, because that's really where we came from, it's at that point that you'll be able to really see and understand and comprehend the fruits of this labor that we are undertaking at this moment in these lifetimes. So it's not so much, yes, maybe there are some things that need to be figured out or understood, but I feel like it's more about the experience of it as a whole, in totality, that's ultimately going to bring you the understanding, because that understanding has a lot to do with how you as a soul have expanded and gotten stronger through the trials and tribulations, or the challenges that we face in physical life, if that makes sense. Your karmic debt is 19, you think. Where are you calculating that? I would like to see this calculation for my own self, actually. Is this some sort of like karmic debt calculator? That's an interesting concept. Cafe Astrology Numerology. Ah, yes. I'm familiar with Cafe Astrology. It's a chart. It's a chart of your okay, it's the numerological calculation. Okay. You know what's really cool? Hold on, I'll be right back. I want to show you something. I have this book. Jinxie. Is you okay, baby girl? Yeah? Okay, good. I have this book that I bought many years ago, at a very different moment in my lifetime, and the results of that time in my life are still visible. The book has been chewed apart by a dog that I used to have. His name was Chester. He was adorable. But anyway, this book is called Numerology and the Divine Triangle, and it is a way of mapping out your life using numerology. And it's a really interesting book. I used to practice it all the time. I kind of feel like we should get back into this. This could be something also that we investigate. But it calculates the three main cycles in your life: youth, power, and then wisdom. Your youth is like when you were born. Your youth is considered from the age of 0 to 27 in this system. Power is the age of 27 to 54, and then wisdom is 54 to 81. And it's a way of predicting certain elements or certain things that can happen in your life. And it's a way of understanding the things that have happened in your past. It's a really interesting book. It's something that I really love. And I think we should get back into that. That would be fun. I remember I drew up my divine triangle, but I don't remember what it said. I should do that again. I need a snack. A snacky poo. Oh, there we go. These are some of my favorite chips. These are Mediterranean real vegetable chips. Garlic and herb. I love these vegetable chips. They're so good. Anyway. Yeah, so guys, that's about it. I don't have anything else to bring to the collective. I just wanted to come in, hang out for a little bit, say hi, see what's up, get a check on, see how you guys are doing. But I think karmic lesson is 8. Karmic debt is 19. I see. Oh, did I mention? I know my life path number, which is 9. Which is so crazy. Because it makes perfect sense. My life path number is a 9, which makes me have this propensity towards wanting to be a teacher, wanting to bring wisdom to people. 9 is an ending before you start a new cycle. So it's like you reach the 9 and you're able to understand on a deep philosophical level. You're able to understand your life cycles or a certain cycle, and then you're able to teach it or recreate it, or not recreate it, but like orate it or whatever before you move on to the next cycle. And that's very much who I am, you know, as a reader, as a guide, as a channeler here on YouTube and everything. But then also my natal sun is in the 9th house, which is a house ruled by Sagittarius, which is very much the teaching, learning aspect. It's very much the orator or the inspirer, or the one that wants to teach and cultivate wisdom and then share that, disseminate that wisdom out to the world. It's a very interesting correlation. How do you know your number? Your life path number is a calculation of your birth date. Let's see. In this book here, Numerology and the Divine Triangle, let's see how they do it specifically. Life lesson number. Path of destiny number. There it is. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's your birth name. This book, this is so, you guys, this is so in depth. But you can go to the chart on Cafe is soul number cycles, personality numbers, etc. Life the whole 9 yards. You can search on Google how to like your life path number. But your life path number is, I love this book. I highly recommend that you guys get it. Numerology and the Divine Triangle. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. But your life path number is the adding of your birth date. So that would be the month, the numerical value of the month, the date, like the day, and then the year. You add all of that up. So like say mine is May 6th, 1987. So 5 plus 6 is 11. 1987, add all of that up first and then add it to the others. So 1, 9, 10, 8, 7, 15, 25. It boils that down. Well, 25 plus 11. Wait, hold on a second. Did I do that right? 1 and 9 is 10. 8, 7 is 15. 10 plus 15, yeah, is 25. 5 and 6 is 11. 2 and 5 is 7. 18, 7, right. 7 plus 11 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. Now your name, Keely, in this system, I believe the numerology and the divine triangle, I believe Y is considered a vowel. But then, yeah, you can go even deeper with it and attribute or assign numerical values to the letters of the alphabet. So I memorized it. It's So A would be number 1, B would be number 2, and it cycles through until you reach 9. So that would be I, from A to I, that's 1 through 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yep. And then J through R would start again. So J would be 10, through R would be 19, and so on and so forth until you reach the whole. Well, I mean, it kind of starts over, Keely, because the next level is the double digits, and then obviously those are boiled down. So, but instead of boiling it down immediately, well, no, you could actually. It kind of basically starts over. Kind of. I'm kind of rusty on this. It's been years since I read this book. We should get back into this. But from there, when you add all of that up, that is called your soul. Hold on. Your soul number. That's the culmination of the digits in your name, your full name, like first, middle, and last, and like attributing or assigning numerical value to each letter, and then adding those names up, and then culminating it all together. That's your soul number. Your life lesson number is the adding of and the culmination of your birth date, month, day, and year. That's your life lesson number. So, okay. So who was it that said, Keely, you're saying yours is 33. In terms of this system, I can read a little bit of this to you as in terms of your life lesson number being 33. Now, understand, you've just started studying this from tarot to numerology. I mean, they go hand in hand with each other. Numerology is I believe, is also part of the complete Ayurvedic system, which does also incorporate astrology and tarot. 29 years, you thought you were just the zodiac, and it was just the zodiac, and that's that. Was not aware of the extra stuff. Yeah, there's so much. So, okay. So, first of all, Keely, your life path, your life lesson number is 33. That is a master number, okay? So, that attributes more or higher awareness or more stuff to it. Okay. Master numbers, other examples of master numbers are 11, 22, 33, 44. I think it kind of stops it stops at 44 in terms of this system. But I'll read this to you, Keely. 33 as the life lesson number. You should be steady and reliable and develop a strong desire to protect others. You would like to live close to nature, and this urge may influence you to choose a life in agriculture. Your goal would be to produce food on a large scale to help provide sustenance for the hungry of the world. You would never be found in any profession that could act destructively to humanity. Your talent may lie along the line of the arts, music to bring harmony, painting to bring beauty, or literature to promote education. Service in the field of medicine and healing could also attract you. Possibly, you would choose the law as the way to protect others through justice. Since the 33 consciousness is almost beyond that of humanity and is Christ-like in expression, a place within the ministry or priesthood could lead you to the realm of your dreams as a world savior. You may be required to sacrifice your own desires for the needs of others in order to fulfill your life lesson vibration. Hello, Archangel. So that is the interpretation of the number 33 through your through your life lesson number. But let's see. Do they have? No. Okay. They don't have it specifically listed, but they do have the number 3 here. But let's not read that right now. That's a lot. 1122. You found it. Lots of great info about natal charts. Yours is 5. Okay. Would you like to see what 5 says from this system here? Numerology and the divine triangle. But it's really just numerology. It's not anything other. But 5 as a life lesson number. You want to be a paralegal really bad, but you could never defend someone who is guilty of something awful. Oh, yes, Keely. I completely understand that. Gosh. Well, you know, Keely, I totally understand the dilemma there. Totally. But that could also provide you with a really unique way of learning to hold a level of forgiveness for things you deem or you find unforgivable. And that is actually something that came through in all of the near-death experience situations that I was watching this weekend to help me find some clarity. One of the big things that was coming through as a message for us is, like, it was mainly in the narrative of surrounding religion and how many religions are based in lower vibrational. Well, that's true. Okay, Keely, that is absolutely correct. One of the things is that we really need to work on as humans and as being able to forgive, because ultimately, and it was explained this way, if Jesus knows everything about everyone, any given person, all their thoughts, all of their wishes, their dreams, their desires, and all the things that they've said and done out in the world that also may be considered sins, right? Ooh, sins, right? Well, if Jesus and God can forgive, then think about, and they know everything, then think about how we could potentially, right? And so I just see an opportunity in that, Keely, and maybe this is something, maybe this you've already gotten here, or maybe not, I don't know. But I see an opportunity in really working on being able to forgive. But you're right. The punishment needs to fit the crime. There is justice that is needing to be served. Ultimately. Everything's got to be fair. Yeah, all right. But it seems that desire to be a paralegal is very relevant to you. So I would encourage you to do what you can, see what happens, see what comes of that. Now, Iggy, for you as a life lesson 5. Now, we already know that 5 is a great number of change. I am eating some Terra Mediterranean garlic and herb veggie chips. They're delicious. I love them. And I actually didn't even mean to get the garlic and herb one. I usually just get the sea salt one. But I just grabbed these because I saw them. And now I see that they're garlic and herb. All right, Iggy. Excuse me. 5 as the life lesson number. Your keyword is freedom. If you have, quote, free reign, you can accomplish wonders. But if you feel bound or limited, you lose your enthusiasm and accomplish little. You would be a good explorer or Peace Corps volunteer, as you learn well by travel and experience. You are a diligent student if interested in the subject, but you may fail in subjects for which you see no useful ends. I totally resonate with that one. Okay. Yes, ma'am. You should be eager for new experience and shun monotony. In your quest for knowledge, you will become interested in discovering answers in books and magazines. An avid reader, a fluent talker, and a versatile doer, you are the witty conversationalist and brighten any group by your mere presence. You are here to learn and to experience the value of freedom and should not tie yourself down too severely. Your talents, once learned, prepare you for a literary career or a position in sales and dealing with the public. You work in HR. Well, then there you go. That makes perfect sense. And so as you work in HR, you kind of defend people's freedoms and liberties. I like that. What I'm also loving about this right now is it seems that this bag is mostly sweet potato. And I love me some sweet potato chips. I sure do. You're so welcome, Iggy. Archangel, your life path number is 6. Uh-oh. I'm making a mess in my book, you guys. Hold on a second. Jeez. Sorry, guys. I had to get me a napkin. It's basically us protecting the company. Oh, I see. Employees need more and better employment rights. We have to make sure. Oh, never mind. Well, I was agreeing with you there. Okay, but anyway. Oh, wait, here it comes. We have to make sure the company follows those. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a thing. And you know, that's such an important thing right now in life, especially in human history, because we have this whole, this whole debate about, it's okay, Iggy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. We have this debate about, you know, whether to unionize again, whether we should be doing that, or some people are for it, some people are against it, and some people that are against it, I kind of understand. I see where they're coming from with it, because it's just another way for corruption to come through. But I don't think it has anything to do with, the corruption has anything to do with avenues that it will come through, or potentially could come through in. I feel like that's more about humanity. It's more of a reflection of humanity and the psyche of humanity right now, the collective state consciously of humanity, versus the medium by which the certain dynamic, this being of corruption specifically, can manifest itself, can show itself, can, you know what I mean? It's like a deeper underlying human issue. As long as corruption lives within the consciousness of humanity, within the energy of humanity, it will always find a way to manifest itself in the physical. And that's not to say that corruption specifically is anything different. No, that's how all things manifest. It has energetic beginnings. You know, it has an energetic reality before it finally materializes and shows up in the physical. Okay. Yeah. Keely, idea. YouTube channel discussing a different angel for those arrested on angel or angle? Discussing a different angle for those arrested on non-violent drug-related crimes. What do you mean by that, Keely? That sounds interesting. What do you mean? I always forget to tweet things. I'm so bad at social media, you guys. It's terrible. So if a crime is drug related but has no victim, I want more music. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's better. Oh, God. Oh, my nails are gross. Marijuana possession was a huge one in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, lots of people are in jail for that now. And the thing that stings the most about the marijuana shit is the fact that now we have it being legalized recreationally. Not to say that this is all that new. I mean, it's been in the process of legalization all along. But we have a whole industry dedicated to this, and which unfortunately is dominated by white men. And ironically enough, or maybe not, or maybe it's not even ironic, it's a very real and literal view of whatever, but of the state of society, I guess we could say. But we have now, been in the process of being legalized. Slowly and surely steps have been taken, and over time an industry has been created, and there is a whole industry, like a whole beast of an industry that has been able to be created over time, dominated by wealthy white men. And the majority of the individuals that are in jail for the exact same thing that these wealthy white men are profiting off of are black men. It's just, how ironic is that? Unironic, maybe we could say. But that's just my 2 cents. For example, if you went to prison for possession, you were immediately placed on probation at first, but naturally you violated, maybe, and received some form of questionnaire, if you will. I'm not following you. Hold on. Different angle. You're looking for potentially a different angle for those arrested on nonviolent drug. It's still, there's so much that's stigmatized for people of color. Yes. I mean, there's so much that needs to be balanced out. You woman, you. Archangel. Yes, I totally went there too. They have seen you needed help or guidance rather than... Yes! Yes, Keely. Yes, we need that. We need that in our system instead of what we have now, which is what has been the war on drugs. Instead, and really a war on addiction too, I guess you could say. But instead of taking addicts and putting them in jail... Instead, we need to be putting them in a situation to get them off of get them through that addiction. The basketball player who locked up in Russia hey, Josiah, everyone wants to get her out, but won't fight for the people locked up in America. Yeah. I mean, I could see why they wouldn't fight for the people in America because they're Russian. And not even to say because of the kind of strained history between Russia and the United States, but also the fact that they're all the way in Russia. Like, let them care for their own. We should care for our own. I would understand why at the very baseline, that's a large part of the reason why they wouldn't fight for Americans, but not the Russians specifically, but the Americans here. It is raining. Oh, okay. I have some stuff out there, but it's just going to have to stay out there. Oh, it's an American basketball player. I see. Interesting. Okay. Brittany Greer, former WNBA player. You do the grime, you do the time. It is heartless. Well, that's right, Keely. The United States, and the funniest thing about how our country is all up other people's asses is the fact that we're like one of the youngest nations around. You know, I just find that funny. No one, I agree, you woman, no one should be in jail for drugs, let alone marijuana. Absolutely. Like the fact that marijuana is still on the federal level, is still classified as a Schedule 1 narcotic with things like meth and heroin and cocaine. I mean, like, marijuana? You're going to put marijuana in the same category as an opiate, for God's sakes? For like fucking heroin? No, come on. That's nonsensical. I mean, this might sound cliche, and like you can go ahead and roll your eyes all you want at me for saying this, but like I don't remember anyone dying because of smoking too much weed. Like I don't know, I can't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have never heard of someone overdosing on weed. I've heard of someone freaking the fuck out because they got way too damn high, but they didn't actually overdose. You don't agree with that? Okay, hold on. Now, wait a second. Okay, wait, Keely. I think I see where you're going with that. I also see where you is going, and I think maybe we just need to change our wording. I don't think anyone should be in jail for addiction. Like, if you're caught having possessed the drug because you weren't, and I think maybe this is where you're going with this. I'm starting to understand where you're going ultimately. You're caught in possession. Okay, but it was a non-violent crime. It was not, right? So there were no, like you said, there was no other victim or anything like that. This wasn't like a robbery. This wasn't a drug deal gone bad. This wasn't like you know what I mean? There was no harm. There was no other victim. You were just caught for straight up possession because you have an addiction. I don't think you should go to jail for that. I instead think you need to be mandatory, into some sort of rehab facility. Now, if this is a robbery or if someone gets assaulted or murdered or some shit like that, okay, that's a whole different thing. Then you have jail time potentially to face. So yes, okay, Keely, we're on the same page then. Yours was possession of a narcotic. That's some fucked up shit. I am sorry to hear that, Keely. Now, I think maybe we are a different case because a different type of scenario. I guess you can consider us a wild card because what I want to say is I wouldn't pass judgment on you for that anyway. Regardless whether you actually perpetrated the situation, not that you were taking the charge for someone else, but if you had actually done it, and if there actually had been some sort of victim in the case, it's not like I would look at you and judge you. Girl, is this the same? Is the baby daddy and the ex the same person? Either way, why are you taking charges for someone else? Girl, I mean, like, I'm not trying to lecture you right now, but damn, honey. That's even worse, babe. Oh, it's Numerology and the Divine Triangle. Here you go, Iggy. Anyway, I mean, like, I wouldn't judge you for any of that anyway. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying, baby, I hurt for you. My heart hurts for you. I feel it. But I'm not going to judge you for it. You're welcome here, you know? But this is kind of a unique case, right? This is what this community is meant for. But we really, ultimately, the goal here is to have everyone in society elevate from this level of judgment. Okay, so let's talk about this. So, in one of the near-death experience videos that I've been watching, and maybe I could find something like this. Let's see. Maybe I can find it. I don't remember which one it was, but someone was communicating with God, and God described to this person that there are 3 levels of human consciousness. The first level is that of judgment. And that's really where the fight, as he didn't, in his interpretation, he didn't exactly say this, but from my understanding of it, as he was talking through it, I kind of got my own download of first level being that of judgment. This is kind of where like the fight or flight situation comes from, or at least this is what it's judgment. The concept of judgment stemmed from the animalistic nature of fight or flight, which is literally a survival tactic, right? In the physical realm, in the physical world, okay? That is one of the beginning elements of consciousness as it flows through our earthly environment, from first dimension of first dimension of elements and inanimate objects, and then second dimension of plants and animals, third dimension of humanity, okay? So from there, this is where we get our judgment. So this is ultimately also as the human mind has developed and gotten bigger, and we can understand more and deeper and greater concepts. Judgment has become where the level of you have the judge and the jury type of dynamic, where you have a judge sitting there overseeing the situation, ideally being as objective as possible and taking all of the evidence and all of the circumstances and all of the facts of the matter and making a judgment call from there. But it is within this judgment level that separation happens, because according to this, according to what God said, and ultimately this man's interpretation to tell us, communicate the message to us, he says, judgment is where separation happens, because when you make a judgment on something, you mete out some sort of consequence or circumstance that takes you away from, say, if you go to jail, it takes you from your liberties, right? If you get a fine, it separates you from your property, your possessions. So with this, judgment is always a level of separation, okay? That's the first level of human consciousness. The second is justice, right? Now, judgment is born of desire. I desire to have a certain thing, and so I'm going to create circumstances to get that, okay? That's where judgment comes from. In the second level of justice, it is born of fairness. Everything has to be balanced. So in this level, is where you start to realize that, okay, well, I'm going to keep doing this to fulfill this person or this situation's desire, but what am I getting out of it? Nothing. Because from this level here, from the desire aspect, from the judgment aspect, you're like, okay, well, this was expected, so I don't really need to return. I don't need anything to give you anything in return. Quite frankly, why didn't you do it sooner, right? But in justice, it's like, okay, well, I want something, you want something, so why don't we trade so that we both get what we want? We make it fair and balanced. That's justice, right? That's the second level of consciousness. That's the lesser law. It's considered the lesser law. But the third and highest level, the higher law, is forgiveness. Because ultimately, we are all here living our own experiences and going through our own thing, and we're all reacting from a place of hurt. We don't really know where everyone else is coming from, really. And ultimately, if God can love and forgive, then so can we. And our inability to do that is kind of our own problem. Instead, give and take instead of tit for tat. Yeah. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. Okay. Now, where are we going with all this? Keely, we were talking about, I don't remember where we were going with that. Exactly, Keely. I may not understand how you feel, but I understand that you do feel. Right. Exactly right. I totally lost where we were going with that, though. Life lesson. Well then, okay, so in terms of your situation, Keely, this is where I feel like you are kind of really in, like almost ensnared or trapped in the dynamic of judgment instead of allowing, I don't know, instead of being in justice at least. Interesting. And then also you have this life path of potentially wanting, like of 33 kind of being, that was you, right? Where was that? Yes, that was you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, this is really interesting. And the forgiveness. The third level is forgiveness. Let's see if I can find this video. I actually do remember who it was now. I've been watching a channel called Love Colored Life podcast on YouTube, and it's right here. Excuse me. I'd have to see. Hold on a second. 3 times. I'm gonna see if I can find this part for us, because I wanna hear you guys. I want you guys to hear it the way he explained it. So let me see if I can find it, and then we'll watch it. Oh my God, you woman, you're at 33 as well. So is Keely. By selfishly focusing on your need to be noticed for your loyalty, you've robbed them of what could have been their revolution and took it on yourself. Yes. That's right. Okay. That's a strong level of self-awareness right there, sis. Like, more power to you. All right, let's see. Hold on, guys. Yeah, okay. I found it. You realize that by pointing it out for your Sag. Turns out that you do the same thing. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that is profound. That is quite profound. Okay. Let's do it this way. No. Okay, I can't do it this way then. What I'm going to do, give me a second, guys. Woo! That's crazy. That's not what we want. Oh, Lord. Oh, there we go. That's why. No. Oh, God. No, this is the wrong thing. Bear with me, you guys. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix it. I promise you. Hold on, wait. I promise I'm going to fix this. Give me a second. That's what I want. Not that one. Yes, this one. Sweet. No! Bear with me, you guys. I'm almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back a little bit.
Jesus came along, he said there's actually a higher law, and it's forgiving and loving your enemies. So it reminded me of that when you were describing those levels.
Yeah, and it's not that the lesser law is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's the schoolmaster for people who are still stuck in self-centeredness. But to experience the true love of God and to move beyond that, you have to step into the higher realm. And that's the realm where you experience this love and light and joy, even when bad things are happening to you, which is kind of hard to explain.
I think we got to go back a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I just have one other question for you that I know people are going to ask me. And I'd like to hear your...
Yeah, we got to go back.
That's what is happening on the lowest level of human consciousness. Everybody is.
Yeah, here we go.
Because they're wanting to use it to manipulate from their liberty, putting them in jail. Because it's the way we learn.
We might as well just watch this whole damn thing.
Links will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Here's Stephen. I do have in my notes, I had written down that you received a couple more messages from Jesus. I think in other experiences that you had. One of them was about the true church, and the other was about love that sees all men as brothers and sisters. Do you want to share about those experiences?
Yeah, I will. About a year after I had that experience of going into the light, because I was still part of the church I grew up in. I'd been, after my spiritual birth, through all of these emotional
Jinx, you better not press the power button on my computer, cat.
And after that, I began to question everything. Like, what does this mean? Why? And Jesus, and I kept hearing this thing, you don't need this stuff anymore. These are like lucky rabbit's feet for people who don't really have real faith. You have connected with Source. You don't need all these little tools and everything anymore. All these rituals and doctrines and dogmas and all this stuff. And so after I've been struggling with this for almost a year, I had a dream. And Jesus was interviewing me. And in my church, your bishop would interview you to ask, are you doing the right things? You're being honest, you blah, blah. So, but Jesus said, Stephen, what's my gospel? And I said, well, gospel is good news that you came into the world.
You woman, you. I love that. The thing about it is that so many of these people, when they go through these near-death experiences, they actually meet Jesus. And it's not like they're anything special or anything. We all know Jesus, and there have even been some of these depictions. I heard of one individual who, he overdosed on drugs in the 80s and died, and, found his grandfather, who is a rabbi. He's Jewish, and his grandfather said, hey, I want you to come meet someone. I want you to meet these people. And it was this table of 12 individuals. And his grandfather, the rabbi, said, these are the 12 main gurus of the earth. And standing at the head of the table was Jesus. And his grandfather, the rabbi, said, I want you to sit down and listen to what Jesus has to say. And this guy is like, but Grandpa, we're Jewish. And his grandfather's like, well, that was then, and this is now. And now we're going to need you to listen to Jesus, So like, it's non-denominational thing. And, especially when it comes to religion, one of these individuals was talking about, I think actually it might have been this guy, was talking about how, how do you accept Jesus if you're of a different religion and you don't know of Jesus, or you don't learn about Jesus and whatnot. It's not about Jesus. Jesus was the vessel. It's about the love. As long as you can accept the love, then it doesn't matter what religion, like ultimately it doesn't matter what religion, but you can follow whatever religion you want, but it's really the love. And that's what he's talking about here in the true, what is it? The true church, I guess you could say, because Melissa, the woman who owns this channel, Love Covered Life podcast, the question that she posed to him right before he started talking was, well, actually, maybe that comes later, but she ends up in this video. She's talking about the true church, and what about the? Oh, we did. It was later on in the video. We saw that part, but already. But it's what about this practice that sees all men as brothers and sisters instead of divided by these religious ties or whatnot, whatever. And that's what the true church is. That's what he ended up saying. And that's why, Jesus is a universal symbol, and just about everybody, damn near everybody, goes to see Jesus when these situations happen. It's really interesting. Very, very interesting. Where'd it go? Where'd my mouse go? Oh God, that's not good. That's really not good. I can't see my mouse. There it is. Jesus was just a homie in sandals walking around stoned, telling folks to love, not hate, and then folks blew it out of proportion. In my opinion, every religion is right and wrong all at the same time. I would agree, Keely. I would agree. I mean, I don't want to minimize the fact that Jesus was a very advanced soul, but he came down as an advanced soul for a reason, to help us learn the real truth of what God is and who God is and what all this stuff really is about. So yeah, okay, let's continue.
To open the doorway so that by us believing on you, we could experience a change in our heart. We could be changed from the inside out, and receive your spirit, and by walking in that, we would have eternal life. And he says, yeah, that's right. So when's the last time you heard that taught in the church you go to? Well, not really. He says, my point exactly. So I says, I want you to leave the church and stand as an independent witness that the principles of my gospel function independently of all earthly institutions and priesthoods, that I am the keeper of the gate. I don't employ any servants there, and I have the power to save anyone who calls on my name, or to help anybody who calls on my name. And then when he told me, he says, my true church is all those who surrendered their hearts to me and are living in love. And I have them scattered through all religions, and they are the salt of the earth. They are the leaven of righteousness. They are there to help the people in whatever institution or situation I have placed them, to be a light and to love and to guide and to lift people. And that totally changed my idea of what, the true church was. So after I wound up outside of my church, and a lot of people who have been former friends, suddenly I was, like, oh, you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure, from personal experience.
Oh, yes.
I remember thinking, I used to think people in my church were really loving. And then, Jesus said to me, everybody loves people who agree with them. Everybody loves people who think the way they do. Okay? But where's the love that sees all mankind as your brothers and sisters? Sees everybody, sees your brothers and sisters. That's the love I want you to see. Which I might as well tell you this one other experience I had, which again shows
Here we go.
My
this is what we're
perspective
talking about.
on how I understand God views us and how we should think of ourselves. And again, think of sin. I saw this little kid who was repeatedly trying to get this hot pan on the stove, and they would touch it and they would burn themselves. And Jesus was standing patiently by, and he said, when you're tired of burning yourself, I'll show you how to use a hot pan. And then I saw the same kid, and he had his head against the wall like this, like just totally frustrated, upset, angry, and Jesus was standing patiently by and says, when you're tired of doing that, I can show you something more constructive to do. We get to choose what we want. He's given us our freedom. But but there are consequences, you know. You make certain choices if they don't turn out so good, you know. But he allows us to do this thing because it's the way we learn, it's the way we grow, it's the way we come to understand. But he's not, you know, he hasn't abandoned us. He's just waiting for us to turn to him, be willing to let, you know, us help him. I did want to share with you just one really important thing God taught me, because it relates to a concept that I put into the book, Let Freedom Ring. Because for a long time, I tried to be, you know, kind to everybody. And sometimes you wound up being a little bit like feeling like a doormat, right? Because you're trying to love everybody, but everybody is not loving you back. And then God explained to me that there are 3 levels of human consciousness. And that giving and being kind to everybody is not necessarily the loving thing to do for them. And so these relate to also the 3 levels of human love. So the lowest level of human consciousness is judgment. It's the level that we of good and evil, that the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil represents. And that judgment basically is, if you think about what happens when a judge judges someone, he sentences them, and that involves separating them from something, separating them from their liberty, putting them in jail, separating them from their property by a fine, or maybe even separating them from their life by ordering them to be executed, right? So judgment involves separation. Whenever we judge, we separate. Okay? And so a person living on the level of judgment only knows the most fundamental kind of love, which is the love of desire. It's the love that we are talking about when we say, I love ice cream. Okay? We have no altruistic thing that we do for ice cream. We just like the fact that ice cream tastes good and we feel good when we eat it, right? The love of desire is a totally self-centered love, which there is nothing wrong with loving yourself, right? But it's just the love of what's good for me is good, what is bad for me is not good. So everything is judged based on whether it benefits me or doesn't benefit me. Understand? That's the lowest level of human consciousness, is that everything is judged based on how does it benefit or not benefit me personally. And people who live on that level cannot give gifts. Okay? They can only give you.
No, wait, hold on a second. I want to go back for just a second, because how does it benefit me or not benefit me? That's where I was getting the whole like fight or flight situation, right? Because at its earliest, most levels, yes, it benefits me. It doesn't benefit me. I got to eat. Okay. So I need to find food. That benefits me. We do that. Or this predator is coming after me. It does not benefit me to get attacked by this predator. So it does benefit me to run. So I'm going to run. See, okay. So that's where I was getting that energy from.
And people who live on that level cannot give gifts. Okay. They can only give you bribes. Everything that they give you.
And then also, Josiah, to your point, yes, I totally agree with you on that. And I guess we could say that the Holy Roman Empire, or the Holy Roman Church, excuse me, has made a lot of changes. But I feel like so many people have made really drastic changes to it over the course of human history. Like, how many different accounts? Isn't there like the King James? Isn't the King James the most popular interpretation? King or something like that? Same difference. Yeah, I would think so. Holy Roman Empire, Holy Roman Church. I think I've heard it as the Holy Roman Empire for a while, or at some point. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Totally agree with you there.
Has a string attached to it, because they're wanting to use it to manipulate you to get something out of it.
Hold on. Okay, try it again.
Everything that they give you has a string attached to it, because they're wanting to use it to manipulate you to get something out of you at a later date. So when I was teaching this in this little group that used to be here in St. George, I actually made a little present in a box. and I put a string inside of it with a link and looped around my finger. So when class, I said, here, I have a gift for you. And the person took the gift and of course out pulls and there's a string attached to it, okay? That's what is happening on the lowest level of human consciousness. Everybody it's in it for themselves, right? So there's a higher level, also called the lesser law, the law of justice, which reflects the idea that things need to be fair, you know? That I can't take from other people. I've also got to give to other people, but I don't.
Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I just realized that what's going on? Is the view off? Oh, okay. It's working now. Never mind then. That was weird. Okay. There it is. Okay. All right, let's go back. Let's keep going.
Give them what I think they should have. I give them what they want in exchange for what I want. So it's a level of reciprocity, of being fair. It's the love of duty. It's the love of country. It's the love that we engage in healthy social interactions, where we feel good about people because they're benefiting us, and we also feel good about ourselves in that relationship because we are trying to benefit them.
Yeah.
All marriages are based on that. You know, couples have to care for each other. They have to understand each other's needs. They have to work together, and that is the lesser law. Okay, and people living on the level of justice are fair and honest, and most religious people are living on that level. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a schoolmaster to raise you to the higher conscious. And it also is the law that is always against those on the level of judgment. So the lesser law, which says a person steals, they should pay back what they stole, they should do something to make it right, right? That lesser law is always in effect against, the ungodly. Jesus didn't destroy that idea. Okay, if someone is selfish, you can't just give to them, because everything you give to them, they think that it's owed to them, and they can't receive it as a gift. They only receive it as, well, you finally did it for me. Well, why did it take you so long, right? So you have to use the lesser law with people who are on that level. You have to say, no, wait a minute. I'm not going to do that for you unless you do this for me. We've got to make this fair. It's a fair exchange, right? You have to do that with children. You have to teach them contribute to the family. If you just give and give and give to your children and you don't ever teach them rules or hold them accountable or have consequences to their misbehavior, they grow up to be selfish little brats, right? So that lesser law is there. But the higher law, okay, the law that Jesus comes to in the New Testament, the law of love, the law of charity. See, God is love, so God can't be anything but love. He doesn't love because of a reason. He loves because that is who he is. And there's this one book by a guy named Anthony DeMello that I really like. He said, if you think about a rose doesn't decide whether you're a good person or a bad person to smell good. Anybody who comes by can partake of fragrance. A lamp doesn't decide whether you're a good or bad person to give you light. The lamp gives you light because the lamp is a lamp, okay? And a tree doesn't give you shade because it likes you. It's the nature of a tree to give shade, even give shade to the person who's come to cut it down. So that is the level of love that comes from God. It is unconditional. There is no way of earning it. There's no way of deserving it. There's no way of earning enough brownie points to get it. It just is. And the only reason why you don't experience it is because you somehow think you have to earn it. You somehow think that I've got to be good enough to deserve it. But that level of love is where people give and receive. And God told me, if you want to elevate your consciousness, you have to work with people on the level of justice, but to elevate people's consciousness to higher levels, there are 3 things you can do. 1, random acts of kindness. Just regularly do things for people with no thought of what's in it for you. Okay? You see someone in need, just do something nice for them. 2nd, be grateful for everything in your life. Everything, good or bad, or whatever. Okay, because even the bad experiences can prove to our good. The third one, forgiveness. That's the third one. Forgive everybody for everything. Okay, that was the third one for the highest level of consciousness, because forgiveness is letting go of your right to the law of justice, principle of justice. We're on this journey of evolving in our consciousness, right, through these levels. And we have to help other people to evolve in that consciousness depending on where they're at. And we need to work with them where they're at and help them in the way that they need to be helped, and not in the way we think they need to be helped. And that requires us to be able to have a little bit of divine intuition and introspection.
I just want to say that when I first heard him say that, it hit me, it like literally slapped me across the face, because that was the exact dilemma I had as a reader in the very beginning when I started. I refused, and it was mainly because of the trauma of the twin flame situation. And I already had someone in my life at the time that was calling me Miss Cleo and trying to say I'm a fraud and just dealing with that type of energy and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I didn't want to do anything to cheapen the art. So I had trouble doing love readings. But I finally reconsidered enough to compromise and say, okay, let me start a whole channel for it, because I realized that, and Molly of Real Housewives of Tarot, she helped me to see this, because she and I were friends for a while. We were really close. We were really good friends when she started her channel, and then, people drift apart after a while, but still love her. She's great, and I love her reading. She's fantastic. Never heard of her. Many of you have heard of her. Anyway, she kind of opened my eyes to it, because she said to me, basically, regardless as to however you wrap it up in a box and package and pretty little bow, the message is still going to come through, whether it's a love reading or just a general reading or not. Whether they're, you know what I mean? So like, instead of trying to control how the message comes through, just bring the message. And if people want love readings, then give them love readings. Like what the fuck ever? Like, why do you really care? I mean, she didn't say this to me. I'm kind of saying this to myself. Like, why do you really care? Like, why is it your responsibility or your right to say whether this person can have a love reading or not? Now, to some extent, yes, I do have to keep a barrier, or not a barrier, but a boundary, right? So I guess it was coming from that place, but I was kind of overstepping my role in saying, no, you're not getting love readings. We're not doing that here. Now, that's also my own aversion to love. But when he said that, it like slapped me up, and it's like, you hear that? And I was like, yeah, I heard that one loud and clear. Now, granted, I had already reached that realization, so it was easy. I'm sorry, I did not mean to do you that way, darling. But anyway, I mean, I had already reached that point of view a long time ago, but so it instantly hit me. But yeah. Anyway, so I remember where I was going with that, though. With that topic of the the 3 levels of human consciousness, Keely, in terms of your situation, that's where it's like, look, I really have wouldn't judge you here for that. So like, I feel this is a good place to talk about this stuff, but this is kind of a unique case in this kind of environment. Yeah. Yeah. Archangel, when you were married, the Bible was used to keep you in your place. Yeah. Rules that didn't apply to him. Oh, who were we just talking about? Who did I mention? Who do you love? Who? I'm sorry. I have the memory of a squirrel right now. But also, Archangel, what I want to say for that, I mean, that's kind of, that's how religion works for the most part, or at least that's been the main structure. It's control, dominance, squirrel, shame, guilt, fear. And yes, heavily on women, but also for men too, although it does reflect the patriarchal society we've been a part of for these few thousands of years. So of course the men are going to have an easier time, just like in a matriarchy, in the matriarchal periods of human reality. In matriarchal times, it was the women that had the dominance. Okay. But yes. Yeah. Anyway, guys. I think I might want to wrap it up there. What do you think? How are you guys feeling? Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. I'm glad we were able to get some. I want to do more of this type of stuff. Like, let's have Sunday Funday be like this type of situation where we sit here and we watch videos and we read books and we get all philosophical with it and shit. And woo-woo and extra with it. Yeah, how about that? I think that sounds like a good idea. Oh, you're welcome, Iggy. I am very happy to do it. I'm very interested in this stuff, too. I love this stuff. Then if you want to, I mean, in another session, we could even do more. I mean, that was your life lesson number, but we could also do, what was it? What's your life lesson? Yes, the life path, or there's your soul number. I don't remember what my soul number. I have this. I wonder which notebook did I do all this in? I think I still have this. Then there's your outer personality. Okay, so wait. Your soul number. The soul number comes from adding the vowels of your name. Always work with the full name at birth. So your soul number is the combination, or is the addition of all the vowels in your name. And that your soul number is your real personality, the you that is known only to you. If one embraces the philosophy of reincarnation, the soul number also indicates what you have been in previous lifetimes. This part of your personality is not easily recognized by others unless they know you very well. The soul number is what you, in your inner secret self, desire to be. The urge may be so strong that it can overcome other vibrations of your 4 basic numbers. Since the soul number reveals something of you accumulated growth in past lives, it becomes an underlying force which influences the actions of your present life. Like, whoa. Oh, Molly. Yes. I love Molly. I fucking love her. She's so fabulous. And I have to say, I love that short buzz cut type bleach blonde look on her, like platinum blonde. I fucking love that. That looks so fantastic on her. She looks just like Pink, and I will never stop calling her that, even though it might be annoying, because yes, I understand you're not Pink, you're Molly, but at the same time, I love Pink, and I love you. Yes, Keely. Yes, okay. Cheers. Wait. Uh-oh. Where did the thingy go? Let's ring the bell on that. Sunday church. Yes. YouTube church. I love this. Ew, am I becoming a minister? I would never have thought that in a million years. Anyway, what else do we have here? And then the outer personality number. Yeah, so the outer personality number would be the consonants of your name. Your outer personality number indicates how you appear to others. So this is like your rising sign. So then in astrology, then your soul number, which is the addition of all the vowels in your name, that's like your moon sign. Your life path number, your life lesson number could be like your sun sign, and then your rising sign is the outer personality number. That's interesting. The outer personality number also shows what people expect from you because of the image you present. Your soul urge number is 6. Is that a real thing, Iggy? Would that be reciprocity? I mean, we could dive deeper into this stuff next week. I think we should do that. I want to go through this. I want to dive deeper into this book. You Googled it. Ooh, wait a second. Hold up. There is such a thing as a soul urge number? Oh my goodness. Is a number that represents the inner characteristics of a person from their heart. So if you know the soul urge number of a person, you can judge him or her better before making any relationship with that person or dealing with him or her in day-to-day life. Interesting. Heart's desire number. of the vowels in to sing of the vowels. Okay, so that's what like this system calls your what was it? Your soul number? Yeah, your soul number. Okay. Okay. Cool. And that's what came up. Okay, that makes sense. Spiritual guidance. I like that. I'll take that. I like that, but I don't know if I feel comfortable with the label of minister, to be honest. Because in reality, like I'm not trying to say I have all this knowledge. I just love this stuff and we can study it together. How about that? We can do our independent study and then we can bring things together in our group chats and yeah. Sure. That sounds great. While I can also read energies for you and read cards for you and help be a messenger. Yeah, okay. That sounds great. Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do it. I'm down. Yes. Yeah. So, next week, I want to look into Law of One more. And I want to look into this numerology stuff more. We'll see which one is dominant. Yes, turn those notifications on. But tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the sip. Yeah? And keep your eyes and ears peeled and open for next week. If you come across any videos or any messages or something like that you want to bring to the collective that you possibly want to watch next week together, bring it into the table. Let's do that. Yes? I think that sounds like an excellent idea. And it sounds like it's going to be a whole mess of fun. Cool. Well, that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to pack it in. I do need to do my nails. I got to think about dinner soon. But I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Sunday fun day. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Well, I love you. And I will see you later. Yes? Excellent. Take care. Mwah! Bye.